RV owners, I often tell you guys that all of the components are the same. Tanked water heaters are pretty much all the same. Tankless water heaters are pretty much all the same. But when it comes to tanked water heaters, let me show you some key differences and why I'm usually going to prefer a Dometic. This is a Dometic tanked water heater. It's probably one of the most common you see on an RV as far as tanked. It's going to be between this and Suburban. And here's why I prefer this one. One, you do not have an anode rod. Now, this has an aluminum clad tank. It does not require an anode rod. Whereas Suburban does have an anode rod because it is a steel tank and requires the anode rod for cathodic protection. Not only does that anode rod add maintenance every year, having to replace the anode rod and check on it, if you don't do that, or even if you do, as the anode rod breaks down because it's a sacrificial part, it introduces a lot of sediment into the system. That and that whole process creates anaerobic bacteria, which is what creates that rotten egg smell. Again, the Dometic being an aluminum clad tank does not need that. But here's where I really love it. From time to time, I try and help some people over the phone or help a customer over the phone diagnose their water heater. On a Dometic, that is super easy, and let me show you why. Every part of the electronic system is all right here in the front. You have your control board, you have your electric heating element, you have your igniter, and you have your ECO and T-stat. So if you've got a multimeter, I can quite literally walk you over the phone how to diagnose this. I just need to know what numbers are on each of these wires or on the electric element. I've got a whole YouTube video that can walk you through how to diagnose this just right here from the front. Now on a Suburban, you're not going to be so lucky. Although the electric element is up here, along with the manual switch here, you still have that anode rod, and you don't have a whole lot of access to the components. They're actually behind the water heater, which isn't always the easiest to access, which means you're going to be getting behind cabinets or panels to access the control board, and that control board also isn't as easy to get probes into to diagnose. And another thing is the control board is usually just loosely floating around back there. You're going to have to find it. But either way, it involves you getting inside the coach, opening up things and locating that versus everything being accessible from right in front of the water heater. You'll also notice the way these door kits go on that it requires sealant down here, and this likes to fill up with water. And if that sealant goes bad, every time you drain your water heater or water gets in here, it's going to make its way into the wall of the coach. Versus a Dometic that has a one-piece front unit, no lip here, it actually waterfalls and folds over and flashes properly over the outside wall. Yes, all minor details, but definitely something to pay attention to when buying an RV or replacing a water heater.